Maye Musk, the legendary mother, who emerged from a crazy family. You might know Elon Musk, the Iron Man of the tech world worth billions, but you might not know that his mother, Maye Musk, is actually the soul of this family. Her life is more exciting than any Hollywood blockbuster. One, Maye Musk's crazy family. During her childhood, Maye Musk was born into a family full of adventurous spirit. In her own words, her family was simply a crazy family. Her father, Joshua Haldeman, was a Swiss immigrant, and her mother, Winifred, was a British immigrant. After meeting in the United States, they moved to Canada. This family was destined to be extraordinary from the very beginning. Maye's father, Joshua, was an avid adventurer, and his greatest hobby was flying planes. After obtaining his pilot's license, he bought a small plane and took the whole family on trips. Joshua believed that life is about constantly exploring the unknown, and that adventure is the best form of education. On one of their desert crossing trips, Joshua piloted the plane with the whole family on board, and Maye was only 3 years old at the time. But he was already accustomed to such thrilling trips. They flew over rolling sand dunes and witnessed the spectacular desert sunset. Joshua even spotted ancient ruins buried by the wind and sand from the air, and excitedly took the children on a desert hike to search for hidden treasures. In Maye's childhood, adventure was a common occurrence. His father not only flew planes, but also took the children on jungle expeditions in Africa, to the Amazon, and on boating trips. They even went to the Arctic Circle to see the Northern Lights. The family faced countless challenges and dangers during their travels, but each time they managed to turn peril into safety. Once, they went on a jungle expedition in Africa, where their father took the children to track wild animals. Maye and his siblings learned how to survive in the wild. How do you pitch a tent? How do you find food and water sources? They even learned how to repair cars and planes with simple tools, because in the wild, these skills could be the key to survival. Maye's father always said that books are not a necessity of life, but the unknown is the joy of life. He taught his children through his actions how to face difficulties, and how to find opportunities in the unknown. This spirit of adventure later deeply influenced Maye and his children, the beauty pageant champions. At 16, Maye was a vibrant young girl. That year, her friend dragged her to participate in a beauty pageant, and unexpectedly, this girl, who had never been involved in the modeling industry, managed to advance through each round. She became the beauty pageant champion of Johannesburg, South Africa. For a time, she became a local celebrity. He was even noticed by a modeling agency and was about to sign a contract. Logically, Maye's life should have been smooth sailing from then on, but fate played a joke on him. He decided to study nutrition, but the university courses were all in Afrikaans, so he had to spend a lot of time learning this unfamiliar language. Meanwhile, the modeling agency and the school were not in the same place, leaving him no time to manage both. Thus, his modeling career hadn't even started. It ended. To make matters worse, during university, Maye began binge eating due to excessive stress. His weight skyrocketed, transforming from a slim beauty pageant winner to a 205-pound super heavyweight. He became self-conscious and lost his confidence. After graduation, he gave up his modeling dream and turned to become a nutritionist. From beauty pageant winner to super heavyweight, Maye's life seemed to have hit rock bottom. 3. An unfortunate marriage experience. The darkest period in Maye's life was his first marriage. At the age of 22, he was deceived by a scoundrel and ended up getting married in a muddled state. This man was Elon Musk, the father of Musk, who was not only unfaithful, but also physically abusive towards him. During the honeymoon, he started to become physically abusive. While pregnant, he not only had to endure his insults and beatings, but also had to do all kinds of heavy work. He tiled the bathroom, painted the house, and even at 9 months pregnant, was still driving a truck. This marriage lasted for 9 years, and for the entire 9 years, Maye suffered from domestic violence. He had thought about divorce, But at that time, South African law did not allow it, so he could only endure. It wasn't until 1979 when South Africa passed a new law, allowing divorce for irretrievable marriage breakdowns, that Maye finally saw hope. At 31, he resolutely ended this nightmarish marriage. He left with nothing but his 3 children. 4. From South Africa to Canada, and then to the United States. He restarted his life 3 times. During the difficult years in South Africa, after the divorce, Maye moved with his 3 children from Durban to Bloemfontein. He rented a small apartment and began a new life. To support the family, he worked 5 jobs a day. He worked as a nutritionist, a model, a teacher, and even labored in a factory. He was busy every day, but never complained. He used his own hands to create a world for his children. He told them that although life is tough, we must not give up. He set an example for his children through his actions, and his children were influenced by him. They gradually grew into independent and strong individuals. In 1989, the eldest son, Elon, graduated from high school and decided to study in Canada. Maye resolutely decided to give up her established career in South Africa and took her children to Canada. At this point, he was already 41 years old. Life was even tougher for Maye in Canada. His assets were frozen and cash, and they could only live in a tiny, low-rent apartment, which had nothing but a bed. He worked as an investigator at the University of Toronto, and although he wasn't paid, he could secure spots for his kids in school. He also took low-paying temporary jobs at a modeling agency, teaching modeling and nutrition training classes each week. He did everything he could to find an office space. He started to build his own nutrition studio. During that time, Maye felt completely drained, but he never gave up. He worked hard to create a better living environment for his children. And under his encouragement, they also studied hard and worked diligently. His eldest son, Elon, found a job at Microsoft, and his youngest daughter, Tosca, would work at a grocery store after her daily job to earn some money. At the peak of their careers in America in 1999, Elon and his brother Kimball started their first company in Silicon Valley. Aunt May did not hesitate to take out all her savings to help them pay the office rent. In the next 3 years, Maye began a busy working day in the air, and she ran her own business in Canada. On weekends, she would fly to Silicon Valley to help her sons manage the company. Later, the company was acquired, and the children's careers gradually got on track. Maye also made a significant decision to end her business in Canada and move to the United States to start over. This year, he was already 50 years old. In the United States, he reobtained the qualification of a registered dietitian, continuing with her modeling career. She became the only nutritionist to pass the registration exam in 3 countries around the world. She modeled again at 60, walked NY Fashion Week at 67, and took over Times Square billboards. Her gaze and figure radiated brilliance, exuding elegance. At 69, she was a cosmetics spokesperson. At 72, she published My Life. She exuded elegance in every gesture. At 69, she became a spokesperson for a cosmetics brand. Published autobiography at the age of 72, Life Has Me. When I was 15, someone told me my modeling career would be over at 18, he wrote in the book. But I reached the peak of my career at 71. I use my experiences, to tell everyone, that it's never too late in life. Maye's greatest achievement in life isn't just his own career, but also the 3 outstanding children he raised. His eldest son, Elon Musk, is the CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, and several other companies. Everyone knows his story. But did you know that his success is closely tied to his mother's influence? As a child, Elon developed a strong interest in computers. At that time, Maye's family was not well off. You could even describe it as struggling. However, when Maye saw Elon's obsession with computers, she realized that this could be the opportunity to change his fate. Despite the tight finances, she didn't hesitate to make the sacrifice. and bought him a computer, which became Elon's treasure. He eagerly learned programming and even created his first computer game, successfully selling it to a computer magazine, earning his first bucket of gold in life. The $500 spent on that computer opened the door for Elon to explore the world of technology and planted the seeds for his future as a tech giant. Later, Elon got accepted into Stanford University, but dropped out after just a few days to pursue entrepreneurship. Maye didn't blame him. Instead, she encouraged him to pursue his dreams. Elon's entrepreneurial journey was filled with obstacles, but he never gave up. His success is inseparable from his mother's support and encouragement. Elon Musk, the second son of the founder of the large green and environmentally friendly restaurant, is also a successful entrepreneur. He founded a large green restaurant dedicated to promoting sustainability. Kimball's success is also inseparable from his mother's influence. When Kimball was a child, he had a strong interest in cooking. Maye saw this and encouraged him to pursue his dream. Kimball's restaurant is not only delicious, but also environmentally friendly. It is loved by everyone. Elon Musk, the youngest daughter of the Musk family, is a well-known director and filmmaker in Hollywood. From a young age, she was filled with a passion for the arts. Maye saw this and encouraged her to pursue her dreams. Tosca's films are not only enjoyable but also full of positive energy, and they have been well loved by everyone. Maye set an example for the children with her actions. She told the children that no matter how difficult life is, we all have to live strong. He worked hard to create a better living environment for his children. His children gradually grew into independent and strong individuals under his influence. Maye Musk, a great mother, shows everyone through her actions that it's never too late in life, no matter how tough things may get. We all have to live strong. His story is like an incredible adventure movie, inspiring everyone who is struggling in difficult times.